And let's begin seated. So if you have a blanket, a cushion, a block, um, to utilize that to support the alignment of the spine. Adjust these blinds just a little bit. Moment to simply settle, to find what feels to be the optimal seated alignment in this moment. Once you've discovered your seat, to either soften your gaze downward, or if welcomed, you can also consider allowing the eyes to close. So right here, right now, in this moment, have the opportunity to see what we have arrived to our mat with. To notice what we're carrying in the physical body, sense of physical tension or ease. Aware of the areas of the body who are welcoming special care or attention. And to also seize the opportunity to identify and declare that which is feeling just right. So it might simply be that the hands feel relaxed, or you notice a softness in the face. So our minds have this tendency to seek what is wrong, and it does that as a means of helping to keep us safe. It takes a little bit of attention and mindfulness training to also notice and declare that which is just right. Here we also consider how might our yoga practice support whatever it is we're needing, or how it helps to sustain an experience that you already have without attachment, with an openness to whatever actually does unfold. So to know this, we first identify our starting point. And then we open into the possibility of the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual place that our practice offers us, the potential in our practice. Where we start, where we like to go to, how practice may support this. Then in a very, we could say, yogic way, we release attachment. So yes, we identify, but we know in life that we might have a destination and the journey can take a lot of shifts and changes before we actually move to that destination. As you complete with that, let's begin to tether the mind in stillness. We can begin that process by simply observing breath. This morning, let's not name anything about the breath. Let's just notice it as it is, without labeling it any way. This is my breath. I feel my breath. I notice what it feels like as I'm inhaling. And I also notice what it feels like as I exhale. With no right or wrong, good or bad, we just notice where in the body we actually feel breath. If possible, we expand awareness to sense the movement of breath not only in the front body, but also through the sides and the back of the body. And once the parts have been identified, we then explore the possibility of noticing all the places where you're feeling the breath, noticing them all at the same time. We'll continue here by slowing down the release of the exhale through an O-shaped mouth. Our classic Kaki, K-A-K-I pranayama, where we inhale through the nose and we consciously slow down the release of the exhale as if you were blowing out through a straw, very slowly. Narrow straw. Never forcing, never straining. And as we shift focus to breath, the invitation is to begin to allow everything else to fall toward the background of your awareness. As you allow the breath to have enormous space within the foreground of your awareness. Those moments where we're aware that there's a lot of infiltrating thoughts and the thoughts aren't creating space for management, we can layer our tool. So we'll breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we add some kind of mantra, which can be as simply as, I am breathing in as you breathe in. And I am breathing out as you breathe out. Using breath and mantra, really cultivate an attentive awareness of this moment. Clearing of the space of sorts to allow for the unfolding of your practice. In through the nose, gentle control, exhaling out slowly through the mouth. As you stay with breath and possibly mantra, let the shoulders soften down back. Let the heart be buoyant as it rises to the sky. Arms, hands heavily resting into the lap. Taking a moment for careful neck alignment. With chin parallel to the floor, the head is adjusted. So we sense earlobes resting above the shoulder, best you can without strain. You can even stay with the kaki, the out through the mouth, as we just begin some very small movement. So the next time you inhale through the nose, the head is at center. And as you blow the breath out through the mouth, the head is slowly turning to the right. When the exhale is complete, the inhale starts and we begin to return the head to center. And as the exhale begins, we blow the breath out through an O-shaped mouth as the head turns to the other side. Please continue in this way 2 more times to each side. Try to match the pace of the movement to the breath. Sometimes we speed up movement to match the breath. We want to do the opposite. We match the pace of the movement to that of the breath. The breath is the lead. Feeling the neck as the head turns in both directions. When you're done, alternating the head side to side, I welcome you to pause with the head pointing forward. Just take a couple of breaths in center, maybe continuing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And if you lost that, that's fine. You might stay without it, or you might resume the kaki breath. Now the next breath, or not, it is the next breath, but it's the next movement actually that I'd like you to try to do very slowly. So as you exhale and lean the head to the right, slowly raise the right shoulder up toward the right side of the head. Give it a good squeeze, not too aggressive, but a nice awareness of squeeze. And then as slowly as you can imagine possible, begin to lower the shoulder and lift the head, making sure the shoulder goes all the way down and making sure the head rests neutral when done. Same side one more time. So as you lift right shoulder, the head leans in toward the shoulder. You give it a firm squeeze. And then it's this really slow motion. And while the slow motion is happening, You're observing the felt sense. What muscles are being released? What muscles are being activated? And when you're done, you stop. And after you've stopped this time, take a moment to check in right side of neck and shoulder relative to left. Is there any felt different? Let's come back to Kaki Pranayama, inhaling through the nose. Slow exhale through the O-shaped mouth. And once again, when ready, inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, lower the head left, lift the left shoulder up. Give it a good squeeze. And then in slow motion, inhale through the nose. Your slow motion, releasing shoulder, lifting head. Come to a full stop in between. When ready, inhale again through the nose. And exhale slowly, shoulder rising, head leaning to left. This time we got a nice squeeze. And that slow motion with awareness. We begin to release. Head up, shoulder down. And when you're done with the second one on the left, you again pause and you compare left to right. Next movement will be inhaling through the nose, lifting both shoulders up. Give them a nice squeeze and blowing out through the mouth as you roll the shoulders down and back. Nice and slow, feeling the descending of the shoulders, shoulder blades. And then we'll repeat that again one more time. Inhale through the nose, shoulders up. Exhale, Kaki, blowing the breath out. Slowly through the mouth as you lower the arms down. Now this time as the shoulders come down, release fingertips to the floor at your side. Pause with the arms heavy, weighted down toward the earth. And on your next inhale, let the arms just slowly float up to T position. Once at T position, bend the arms into goalpost position. And the arms remain bent in goalposts, but we point the palms of the hands down. So we're moving from the shoulder joint and we bring the palms almost so they're pointing behind. And then inhale, lift it back up. It's all done nice and slow. Let's try exhaling through the mouth very slowly as the goalpost points down. And then draw in through the nose, slowly bring the arms back up to goalpost position. Pause in goalpost. Reach out through the elbows, so as if someone were pulling you out from the elbows. Let the lower or the upper arms grow long. And then from here, again, open the arms like wings. And from here, inhale, reach the arms back. So we're going to move right into emerging butterfly. So as the arms reach back, the shoulder blades squeeze, heart is lifted and open. And on the exhale, we create a little rounding of the spine as we tuck the chin, bring the palms together in front of the body. Inhale, spread the wings, heart, even bridge of nose to sky, butterfly emerging. And exhale, that permission to draw into a cocoon, a place of safety and holding, of stasis. Inhale, expand and open, maybe even sensing the energetic quality of the two positions, what this feels like energetically. And then as you exhale and move slowly into the cocoon, what does the cocooned position feel like energetically? And one more time at the pace of your breath. going to ask you to hold the cocooned position, wings together, head is bowed, spine is rounded. Fingers can interlace here as you turn the palms out. And as you press forward through the palms, reach gently behind you from the place between the shoulder blades. You can even imagine a string there. You're reaching out through the space between the shoulder blades as the palms reach forward. Let's give it another full breath. Can you try in through the nose, out through the mouth here? When you're done, out through the mouth, in through the nose, rise to seated, raising the arms as high overhead as feels comfortable for you. And we're going to just do a little side to side, not a big one, just a little side, like you're drawing the rib cage out of the pelvis. And after a little side to side, stand tall or sit tall. And in the tall position, release the hands and bend the elbows so your fingertips find the tops of the shoulders. And the elbows sink then toward the waist. And on inhale now, elbows forward and up. And on the exhale, elbows back and down. So just working shoulders. 3 times in this direction. And of course, reverse direction for 3 more. Take all the time you need, but when the elbows are finally pointing to the floor, pause there. And from this position, we'll release the right hand down, the left hand up. And as we inhale, we lengthen out of the waist. And on the exhale, if the hand doesn't quite reach the floor, place a block, and we'll lean to the right. Let's go in and out slowly. Inhale back up. Use the full length of exhale to go back over. And we'll do that one more time, holding the last one. So inhaling up, exhaling over to the right. Keep the left buttock hip anchored. And the idea is to grow really long through the whole left body. And you press into the left body, like as if you were trying to move your rib cage deeper into the pose. Can you adjust the neck for ease? Soften the jaw, relax the face. Can you return to cocky breath? Inhaling through the nose. Comfortably slow exhale through the mouth. 1 to 2 more breaths. Once you're complete, inhale, rise up, and exhale, alternate arm positions, pause vertical, inhale, grow tall first, get that length between the vertebrae, and on the exhale, lengthen over to the left. Do this 3 times. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, leaning left. And the final time, inhale, rising up. And exhale, left, lean and hold. Let the right ribs grow into the side body, like pressing the right ribs right into the edges of your skin. Full deep breath. Let's hold it up to 2 more. Now this time when you're done, inhale, rise up and bring the left arm up as well. And this time the arms are like a large letter Y. So we're not straight overhead, but more like a letter Y. And we're going to reach out through the arms and then draw the shoulders and shoulder blades down. Spread fingers wide and simply hold here open. Cocky breath, inhale through the nose. Slow exhale through the mouth. 1 more breath here. When you're done, let the palms of the hands turn toward the floor and slowly, feeling the weight of the arms, let them slowly, 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 slowly Find the ground. Take as much time as you need. When the fingertips finally touch ground, shoulders, arms, hands completely relaxed. Come back to stillness. Feel breath, feel body. Feel present. When ready to let eyes open, if you're seated on a prop, to put it off to the side. And we're going to sit with the legs extended for a moment. And we'll move from legs extended to knee drops. But let's just let the legs wake up a little bit with some pointing and flexing of the feet. Following some flexing, some circling, ankle joint, reverse. After several circles in both directions, feet can find stillness, so we can bend the toes and squeeze. And then try to stretch and separate toes. And we'll do that one more time, bend and squeeze. Stretch and separate. And letting the feet relax. And for knee drops now, we'll bend the knees. So if you're sitting sideways on your mat, you might open the feet toward the edges of the mat. And we'll start by dropping knees to the right. So on your exhale, let knees go right. Inhale up. And exhale left. Take it nice and slow. Try to connect it with your breath. And we're feeling as well as observing the range of motion in the hip joint. So how close do the knees get to the floor on the right side? How close do the knees get to the floor on the left side? Is it the same? Is it different? Is it different left to right? So we're just going with the breath, moving in and out, stirring up the hip joints a little bit. We will add a hold. So no need to rush. The next time you land with knees pointing over to the right, that becomes the hold. If there's strain or discomfort in the hip, there's nothing wrong with propping here to create a little bit more ease. The propping could either be on the other leg, so you have to experiment a little bit with that. Once the legs are to the right, left hand seeks the left hip. And on the inhale, we push the hip away from the floor. And we exhale and we let it land slowly back. Inhale, press it away. Exhale, release it back. And last time, inhale, press it away, hold here. If you're experiencing any pain in the spine or have stenosis, I would encourage you to stay here. If that's not a concern, let the left hand move near your right hand. Keep both hands close to the trunk and gently walk. You're not trying to strain into a twist. It's just a gentle twist, as if you were trying to see something over your shoulder. No force, no strain. Full deep breath. And this no force, no strain is especially important for those of us managing osteoporosis. So twisting is a natural movement that we can integrate into our practice mindfully. Give it just another breath. When you're done, inhale back to center. Let the knees rise and center before you exhale, letting the knees go over to the left. Here, the right hand finds the right hip. And on the inhale, we press the hip away from the floor. Exhaling, allowing the hip to return back to that. And continue following the breath. And the last time you raise the hip up, hold it up. Right hand comes near the left. Spine sits tall. And we slowly, gently walk around to the left, not forcing. If it feels strange or uncomfortable in any way, you back out. And let's encourage up to 3 more breaths here. Take your time. And once your breaths are done, to slowly ease back to center. In center, the knees rise up. And once the knees are up, please straighten one leg, then the other. We're going to bring the feet to dorsiflexion, so toes point to the sky or a little closer. We want to use the hands here as levers to support us being upright. So again, if the hands don't quite make it to the floor, use your block. We're going to press down into the hands, roll the shoulders back, lift the heart, push out through the heels. Gaze can either be at the toes or directly forward. We're just going to sit holding this variation of Dandasana. Keep lifting the heart. We want to feel a little bit of engagement in the back body. And mostly we want to breathe. As usual, we want to breathe. And let's stay with it up to 3 more breaths. Lifting the heart, pushing through the heels. It should feel quite active. Another breath or 2. When you're done, before you release, notice the engagement and stay attentive to what happens in the body as you release. What does that feel like? How does the shape of the body transition? And once you've let Dandasana, the staff pose, go, I'd like to invite you to find your way into table pose. If wrists are cranky today, don't hesitate to do your cat-cows on your forearms. But we'll let the fingers be wide, wrists a little forward of the shoulders, knees comfortably beneath. And starting with the tailbone, just notice it. And as you exhale, curl tail under, push mid back up, lower head. And then as you inhale, the top front of the pelvis spills to the floor as the tail rises, belly and chest sink, shoulders ease back, head rises. And exhale, cat pose. Inhale, pelvis spills onto the earth as you find cow pose. And 2 more times, really feeling how the movement works all the spinal muscles. Simple and fluid. Essential to health. When you're done with your cat-cows, to adjust to neutral. And in the neutral, find your right leg and straighten the right leg out with the top of the foot on the floor. If that causes cramping, certainly curl the toes under. We're going to take a straight right leg and glide it over to the left. And then look over the left shoulder toward the toe. And this is the same idea that we used seated this morning. Find your right ribs and press the right ribs a little deeper into the pose. And hold on for 2 more breaths. And hold on for 1 more breath. When done, both the head and leg move back to center. And when the leg is in center, raise the right leg to hip level. Flex the foot, push through the heel. Take the left arm now, so right leg behind, left arm forward, firming the tummy and chakra vakasana for up to 4 breaths. Honor the needs of your body. When your breaths are done, hand and knee, find mat. Quick release into child. So exhale, it takes the pressure off the wrists and shoulders. It stretches out the lower back. Breathing into the back body in your child. There's no rush, but when you feel complete, rise again to table. In table, left leg extends behind. Left leg glides over to the right, and the head looks over the right shoulder toward the toes. And left ribs, left hip presses into the edge of the pose. We're breathing. And let's hold together for up to 3 more breaths. Fully in the body here, sensing, feeling. When breaths are done, please glide leg and head to neutral and allow the left leg to rise to hip level. Flex the foot, push through heel. And as you steady yourself, draw the right arm forward. Nice full breath in chakra vakasana, firm the tummy. And let's hold together for up to 3 more breaths. When you're done, hand and knee to mat. Briefly, buttocks to heels, child pose. Take at least 1 or 2 breaths in your child. And just so you have a sense of where we're going, when you're complete with child, please inhale table and then exhale to a bent knee downward dog. With the knees bent in your down dog, really wiggle and reach that tailbone up and back. A gentle nodding, N-O-D, nodding of the word no, N-O, of the head. So nodding the head no as a means of relaxing and lengthening the muscles of the neck. Head can hang after a little movement. Right knee staying bent, left heel reaching toward the floor. Holding that a moment. Take time to feel. When ready, reverse position of the legs, left knee bending, right heel stretching down. And hold and feel. Now rising up onto all 10 toes before reaching both heels down. Tail still reaching up and back for 2 more breaths. We'll go right to ragdoll. So when your breaths are done, feet can move up toward hands. Gentle bend in both knees. Arms expanding like wings as we inhale and fly to standing. In the standing position, gentle back bend. And from here, exhale, arms down, hands finding heart, samastiti, balanced pose. Let's come back to Kaki Pranayama, inhaling through the nose. Slow exhale through an O-shaped mouth. 2 more breaths, just like that. When those breaths are done, please allow the arms to relax. I welcome everyone to face the long edge of the mat with feet open nice and wide. We'll continue with a little posture flow from the warrior stance position. So let's spin right heel to point to left arch, left toes when possible, turn in a little pigeon toed. So notice any tendency for the whole body to want to spin toward that right leg. We try without strain to keep the body pointing forward. Hands can start on hips here. And let's exhale and set up our warrior stance. Knee over ankle, spine is vertical, so we want to avoid this tendency to lean here, and we want to start nice and upright. So what we'll do is inhale, straight leg. Right index finger and thumb into the hips. So we're doing that tilting of the pelvis to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale, right knee over ankle. Inhale, straight leg. Legs stay straight as we exhale and spill over to the right. Inhale, upright. Exhale, warrior stance. And again, inhale, straight leg. When you're ready, exhale, spill to the right. It's like a triangle prep pose. Inhale, back up. And exhale, bend the right knee over the ankle. We're holding here. Ground the feet, engage the legs. As you hold, I invite you to raise the arms out to T position. We'll do a little dancing warrior here. Let's inhale the arms up and overhead to prayer position. Watch the hands. Exhale first, lower the hands to the heart. And then inhale, open like wings, look over the right fingertips. And we're going to repeat that 2 more times. Inhale, arms go up to the sky to prayer position. We look up. We exhale, watching thumbs, hands to heart. Inhale, we open like wings, gaze to the right. We stay here, exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to warrior stance. Stay in warrior. Arms like wings, exhale. Stay here, inhale. Remain again, exhale. Now on next inhale, straighten your leg, bring both arms up and overhead, spin the toes forward so you're standing in a large letter X. Once you've established your X, let's work the diagonals. Reach with the right arm, ground through the left foot, grow long through that diagonal. And then soften that diagonal, reach through left, ground right foot, stretch long through this diagonal. Let that soften. Now engage both diagonals. Right arm to left foot, left arm to right foot, reach, reach, reach. Inhale. Turn the palms out, and as you exhale, slowly lower arms down to the side body. Take your time, feeling the array of sensation as the arms come down. And once your arms finally land at your side, can you just let go? Deep inhale, exhale with sigh. Ah. Pause in stillness. Notice what's present. And in your time, I invite you to move hands again to hips. Left heel turning to point to right arch. Right toes turn slightly pigeon-toed. And with the breath, we do a little flow. So when you're ready, inhale, bend left knee over ankle. Exhale, straighten the leg. Stay here, inhale. Exhale, we hinge to the left. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale, left knee over ankle. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, left knee over ankle. Inhale, straight leg. Exhale, tilt left. Inhale, back up. Here's our hold. Exhale, left knee over ankle. Ground the feet. Spine is nice and vertical. And we'll begin the dancing warrior. So inhale, arms to T. Stay here, exhale. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart, watching the thumb. Inhale, opening, gaze goes left. Stay here, exhale. Inhale, arms rising, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms like wings, gaze left. Stay here, exhale. Last one. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms like wings, gaze left and hold soft shoulders for 3. And stay 2. Give it 1. When done, inhale, straight leg, arms coming all the way up, toes turn forward. Half salute, exhale, swan dive. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, hold the length. Reach the tail behind, let the buttocks blossom, heart breathing forward for 3. Long spine, stay 2. We're going to go for a deep fold here. When you're done, hands can hook behind the legs. Maintain a lengthened spine as you spill forward from the hips and seek a place that's neither too much nor too little. And let's hold as actively or passively as the body welcomes. Full breaths for 3. Deep inhale, full exhale, stay 2. Give it 1 more. When you're done, hands can glide first to hips. Head bobs up, aligning the whole spine toward a halfway lift. And from that halfway lift, draw all the way up. Once up, pause, inhale and exhale. And after a breath, we shorten the stance a little bit, ending with heels and toes out for goddess. And when you're ready, exhale, bend knees, sink into goddess. Adjust feet as desired. Inhale, press down to rise up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, rise up. Last sink. So exhale, sink into that place of not too much, not too little. Feet grounded, leg muscles drawing in, breath is full. And let's explore about up to 4 more breaths. Settling in for 3. When your breaths are done, press down to rise up. And once up, please spin the toes to point forward. So you're in a shorter stance. You're not as wide as you were for warrior, but the feet are definitely wider than hip width. Let arms place on the side body, on the side of the thighs, leg muscles drawing in and up. And gliding shoulder blades along the wall, exhale, glide to the right. Inhale, rise out of that. And exhale, left hand glides down left leg. And let's just go back and forth one more time. Just feeling to the side body. And the next time you lean to the right, I invite you to make that a hold. Reground the feet, re-engage the legs. And please turn your head to look down at the right toes. And as you inhale, raise the left arm up, look toward left fingers. Exhale at the left arm down and look toward right toes. Just one more time. Inhale, left arm up, gaze up, hold here. Points or base of the triangle sinking down, apex fingertips reaching up. Can you settle that left shoulder a little more? Full breaths for up to 3 more. Once you're done, arm down, head turns down toward right toes. And then after looking downward, back out, come up to a full upright standing. In the upright, inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, squeeze and circle those shoulders down the back. Let the arms hang freely. When ready, inhale. Shoulders gliding along the wall. Exhale, lean left. Head turns down toward left toes. Inhale, right arm rises. Gaze goes up. Exhale, arm down. Gaze goes down. And 2 more times, following breath. And the very last time, arm and gaze rise, hold, feet anchoring downward, apex fingertips reaching upward, and we're settling down that right shoulder. So instead of reaching with the shoulder joint, settle the shoulder down. And we hold up to 3 more breaths. When those breaths are done, the arm comes down, the gaze turns down. And once looking down, slowly rise again. And once up to please heel toe the feet back to hip width. And once you have hip width facing again the short front edge of the mat, let's transition to the floor together. So hands at Anjali, at the heart. Inhale, sweep up. Let's do this a little differently. Exhale into Utkatasana. So bend the knees, hips back, arms lowering down to shoulder height. Stay here, inhale. And exhale. Let's try 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Take another inhale. Exhale, sink the hips a little lower. Stay here, inhale. Now forward fold, exhale, lift the hips, fold. Hands to shins, inhale, halfway up. Get long, reach the heart forward. Exhale, knees bend, fold a lot, hands to floor or blocks. Step it back, please, to table pose. And from table, gently lower down onto your belly. Nice and easy. We'll begin on the belly with arms down alongside the body. Palms of the hands facing down when possible. Inner legs and feet as close together as feels comfortable. Head can turn right. And we stop a moment to assess and see that we have the body drawn in a relatively straight line. We're going to start with opposites, right arm and left leg. As we lift the limbs, we also lift the head. And as the head lifts, the nose turns to point down. So when ready, finding right arm, left leg. Inhale, raise right arm, left leg, head points down. Exhale as you release, head turns left. Left arm, right leg. Inhale when ready. Lift, nose down. Exhale, release, soften. Right arm, left leg. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Left arm, right leg. When ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, pause. We'll repeat one more time. We'll add a very brief hold. In that hold, we're trying to explore our full range of motion. And when it's time to release the hold, we're going to attempt to do it as slowly as possible. So right arm, left leg, when ready, inhale, lift. Exhale, reach into your fullest range of motion. Inhale. When ready, release as slowly as you can. Really control it. Slower than you've ever done it before. Head will turn left as you come down. And when you're down, you're softening. Pause a moment. Sensing into left arm, right leg. When you're ready, inhale, lift, stay here, exhale, feel your full range of motion, stay here, inhale, and as you exhale, as slowly as you can, release and soften. Once out, let everything go. If legs have separated, draw them back together. We'll follow the asymmetrical movements with symmetry, so you have a choice of lifting only the upper body with or without the arms. So that's one choice, upper body with or without arms. And the second choice is full boat, lifting the chest, arms, head, and both legs. So you get to choose. We're going to go 3 times. In the third one will be that extended hold and the slow release. So when you're ready, inhale, lift into your chosen pose. Exhale, release the pose, easy, soften when out. When ready again, inhale, lift. Exhale, slow release and soften. So here's the extended. So we're going to inhale, lift, exhale, you're reaching into your fullest range of motion. Inhale again so that the exhale can slowly release you down. And when you're down, soften as much as you are able. Take a nice full breath. And whenever you are ready, I invite you to transition first to table, then to child. So we want to use child as our counter pose here. You might choose to go into child head first. See what you're inclined to do. Once in child, deep breaths into the back body. And after a few breaths in child, to please transition onto your back. Knees bent, feet on floor. Arms drawing in close to the side body, palms facing down. Take your time. When you're settled into your supine position, you can start here with some very gentle pelvic tilt. The inhale, drawing the arch. The exhale, sinking the lower spine into the earth. And we're going to add that bridge with pelvic tilts. So we exhale, flatten, and then lift the entire spine up. And then we inhale and lower, allowing the spine to arch. Exhale, flatten, and lift into bridge. Inhale, lower the spine and arch the back. And last one, let's exhale, flatten and lift. We're going to hold the lift, so you might choose to bend the arms, pressing upper arms down, drawing shoulders under. You choose. Nice breaths for up to 4 breaths. Reaching out through the knees, stay 3. Give it 2 more breaths. When you're done, please ease the spine down to the ground. Relax the arms or T position, so it doesn't need to be all the way to T, something that lets the shoulders stay relaxed. Please spread the feet wide toward the edge of the mat. And we're going to continue how we began with some knee drops. Exhale, knees right. Inhale up. Exhale, knees left. Inhale up. Now this last time, lower your knees to the right, hold. Take the left arm up alongside the head. And of course, if that feels too much, lower the arm. And this top knee is sinking as you reach with the arm. And then stop any striving. Relax the arm, release a need to sink the knee. Let just gravity do it. Another breath or 2 here. When you're done, inhale, knees, lower arm. Exhale, knees, other side. Right arm rising now, so knees left, right arm overhead. Initially it's active, you're sinking the knees as you reach with the arm. You feel that active stretch, and then you relax it, and you settle into the pose passive. Soft jaw, relaxed face, relaxed shoulder and arm. Full breath. 2 more breaths. When done, inhale, knees to center. Feet walk to hip width. Arms officially go to T position. Please displace hips a little left. Bring knees in and lower them to the right. And just a brief hold here in a fuller twist. I like to invite you to hold here for 3 breaths. When you're done, to inhale, center. Realign the hips to neutral before exhaling, knees to the other side, head opposite. Breathe and soften. Find sense of ease. Up to 3 more breaths. When complete, inhale it all to center. And once center, hug knees to chest. And from here, I welcome you to lay out comfortably in Shavasana. Having additional clothing and blankets as needed. Once you've settled into your resting position, consider returning focus to the breath. And for several, 3 or 4 breath cycles, come back to Kaki Pranayama. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling slowly through an O-shaped mouth. Each time you exhale here, to encourage a softening sense of letting go throughout your entire being. Each exhale, softening, releasing. And letting go. Feel myself breathe in. Feel myself let go. Go, go, and let go. Oh, it's how you're feeling. Aware of any ways that your practice may have supported you. Begin to stretch and move in any way that feels good. Take your time to eventually bring yourself to a comfortable seated posture with your eyes closed. As you settle into your seat, possibly returning to Kaki Pranayama, inhaling through nose, slow release of breath through an O-shaped mouth. One or two more breaths in this way. Before we close, let's take a moment to feel into what's important to you today. How might you want to show up in your day? What qualities do you want to cultivate within yourself? Parts of that would you like to share with others? In honoring your willingness to take time for practice, I invite you to bring hands to prayer at the heart. As we share an Om with each other, share a wish for global healing. Drawing in a breath. Om. Om Shanti. Shanti Shanti. Peace. May each of you and may all beings everywhere know happiness, peace, and freedom from suffering.